Hey everyone, how are you today? No, I am not sick. I look a little sick and I sound a little sick, but I am not. I just had a pretty nasty allergic reaction to something, and I'm pretty sure I know what it was. So I'm still kind of getting over that. And I did take a non-drowsy antihistamine this morning. So sorry if I know I sound awful, and so this is probably going to be pretty short. But yeah, massive allergies. So, like almost the boy in the bubble, for those of you who remember that, that unfortunately, just awful situation for the person, but the movie, if you guys remember that. Anyway, yeah, pretty darn close, it feels like sometimes. Anyway, okay, so I don't feel the need to pull cards. I've got a deck on the table here in case that does come up, but I could tell it was time to start putting this together because, oh, and subscribe and like if so inclined. Thank you. I felt like there was a message coming through for someone, and so I just wanted to get that out there because I could feel it brewing. I could feel it rising and bubbling up in me, kind of like a simmering pot about ready to boil. So let me see what's happening here. I think this is going to be a little hard and a little heavy, but please bear with us. And I do ask that those of you, because this is such a wonderful community of loving, caring souls, and I appreciate you all so much, if you would please offer in whatever tradition speaks to you. We all have our own belief systems, but whatever tradition you follow, in whatever way you are called to do it, if you would offer a wish, prayer, intention for the swift and easy transition of someone who is in the transition process, and it is a natural transition, and it's not forced. And what I mean by that is no one is in jeopardy, no one, of doing something rash. It's someone is having end-of-life issues right now and may even be in palliative or hospice or hospice care, and I can feel that person's energy. I'm not asking for information to specifically identify because it could be, and I believe is the case, connected or related to someone who will watch this. So if we could all just, it doesn't have to be a long one. Spirit, Mother, Father, God hears everything, knows everything. So just a speedy transition, a peaceful transition. This person's having trouble letting go. This person is having trouble letting go. It was an unexpected illness or a condition that, it's just unfortunate. And for strength and peace for those who are left behind, who have to deal with the grief and the loss. This person will be fine. I feel like it's a male, and a fairly young male. So there's peace on the other side. Guys, this is not me being melodramatic. Guys, this is not me doing something for a channel. This is real. This person is right in the middle of it right now. And they are just going through that. What could my life have been if he had lived longer? All right, he's easing up and moving on. Thank you. No matter when you see this, say that prayer. If it's days from now and it's already happened, still say that prayer, because the soul will hear it and it will help those left behind as well. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. And he had his guardians, his guides, help him across. And the body is in the last stages, but the soul has transitioned. Okay, I think it's done. He needed that extra cushion of thoughts. And I know this is recorded, so it's not live, but please understand and believe me when I tell you that anything you say or do right now, any prayer you offer, it is felt. It was that knowledge that helped. He had a loved one come for him, and that made all the difference. Okay. Whew. My voice is better. Hey. And maybe I was picking up on some of his infirmity. That's the thing about when you do this work, and so any of you, if this is a good lesson, and I know it's like, ooh, over, okay, let's move on. No, that's not it at all. But the reality is that I want this to be a learning space as well. So any of you who are on this journey of discovery of your abilities, if you find that you felt physically in decline, or you're feeling physically in decline and you're not quite sure why, like, I know I have massive allergies and I tried something new, so I figured that was just it. But then again, for my voice to clear up this much, and I've been up for a while and talking to my cats, for a while. And, but I was so gravelly, I thought, am I going to be able to do this today? But then I could feel that pressure and that rise in me happen, that it's like, I've got to do this and I've got to do it right now. So if you notice physical changes in your energy, your physicality, the way you look, your voice, anything at all, aches and pains, and you're like, why am I having that? That's not innate. That's not mine. Again, stop, get your guides involved, start to think about what's going on. Now, one of the ways that when I was starting, what I would always do, when I was younger, what I would do, if I knew I was picking up a weird vibe or energy, it was making me uncomfortable and I didn't know where it belonged, I would get very still and I would close my eyes to eliminate anything extraneous around me. And then I would envision myself standing in an empty room. And in front of me, I would see either the word or something that represented like a workspace or a school space, whatever it is. And I would stand in that direction and try to figure out, okay, is this feeling coming from there? Do I feel it, that energy coming from that environment in my life? And then I would see myself turn in this room in my head, and then I would envision someone that would represent family. Do I feel any oddity, or does everything feel normal? Feels normal? Okay. Just my normal baggage stuff. Okay. And then I would turn again and do that in a circle with work, family, friends, world events, someone I don't know. Is it an unknown? Is it, whatever it is. And one of those would always go, oh, and it would be like this ding would happen, within me. And it's like, oh gosh, it just ramped up and amplified. And that's when I would know, okay, this is coming from there. So then I would ask Spirit, is this anything I can do? Is there anything I can do to help? Do I just need to say a prayer for comfort and direction and guidance for this person? Because, sometimes we're not supposed to get involved. But when you're that empathetic, or when you're that, and empathetic as in having empathy for others, or an empath, or if you're just straight up, got your psychic antenna up all the time, So it's one of those things that, or maybe you've got a cord or an attachment to someone that maybe you need to work on getting rid of, because those are really not healthy. So, is there anything I can do about it? And if the answer is no, this is something they have to walk through. It's a lesson they have to learn, because also we don't want to take a lesson away from someone else trying to rush in and be the savior and fix it, because one, we're kind of fueling our own ego a little bit when we do that. And I've been so guilty of that, because I have this innate need to hurry up and fix and help. But it's taking away the gift and the blessing of that person learning a lesson that could make every difference in their lives. And I just shortchanged them of that by trying to rush in and do something instead of letting it unfold the way it needed to for that individual. So, sometimes, yeah, you do need to go in and help. But you'll know the difference. You'll know when it's coming from your need to be helpful and of service, and that's a way for you to fix your own wounds, or if it's truly because that person needs it. And if people ask, okay, yeah. Sometimes people take advantage of that, but you'll figure that out, and then you won't do it anymore, or any longer. So, but the point is, if there's nothing you can do about it, then ask Spirit to remove the feelings from you, because they're not helping you and they're not serving you, and it's not your lesson to learn. So please remove the feelings from me so I can go on with my day in a productive way. Or just please remove this from me if there's nothing I'm supposed to do about it or can do about it. And that truly will help. And then let it go and don't think about it. If you keep digging it, it's like if you have a bruise on your hand. If you keep pushing it, it's not going to heal, and of course it's going to keep hurting. Gosh, I don't know why this bruise keeps hurting. Well, because you keep doing that. Stop. So you have to let Spirit help you out. And I'm hearing, don't pull the scab off. Someone's doing that. So anyway, I know this is super duper short, but yeah, my head just feels really buzzy, and Spirit is around right now, and I'm getting that what I call wasabi nose, when all this just, my sinuses flare open. So you'll start to learn what is your calling card of Spirit coming around. And I feel like someone needs to talk to me, but I feel like this is a message that's for me, and so I need to go ahead and wrap this up. But I think that was a number of really important spiritual tips and messages, okay? Because I think a few of you are also going to be in that place where you feel someone else's anxiety and you are in a panic about it and worried, oh my gosh, where is this coming from? How do I help? Maybe you're not supposed to. I don't feel like, other than the young man that just transitioned, and thank you, Spirit, for helping him through. Thank you to, I think it was actually his paternal grandparent that helped him through. I think his maternal grandparents are still here for the most part. Anyway, I'm not for sure on that one. But just remember, we're not supposed to always help or fix everyone. Otherwise, they never learn the lessons that they're supposed to learn on their own personal journey. We can be supportive. We can be here when they need to talk. And sometimes we're not even given the details of what's going on and why we're getting these feelings. And that's for a reason. Okay? So, I'm sorry this one is so short, and I'm sorry it's not a whole lot of other messages. But this was important. Thank you so much for helping. Thank you for being here. And I just ask for strength, healing, and peace for the family and friends and the partners. partners in the walk through this life, because that's what we all are for each other. And if this triggered anyone, I'm really sorry about that. Loss is hard, and I understand that. And we've all, I think, experienced really intense loss. But I can promise you that young man is fine now. He was starting to have mobility problems toward the end of his life, and he's up and running now. He's excited that he can run now. That's the spirit that was, wow, he did that fast. Wow, he did that. He transitioned really fast. I think he ran track, and he's so happy that he can run now. He just wants to run like laps before going on and doing anything else, going to his afterlife party, welcome home party, so to speak. He just wants to run laps, and he's so excited. He has a younger sibling, and he wants that, I guess we're not finished. He wants that younger sibling to know that he will always listen when they talk, whether it's out loud in their head. He will always be around them. He will always support them. He will always warn. That little kid's psychic antenna is probably going to be ramped way up for the rest of. Feels like a female, but I don't think it is. I think it's a young male, but he has his feminine traits are stronger than the masculine traits, because we have both. We all have both. So he is going to be there to help this young person grow into adulthood and into the adult that this young person needs to be. And he's so very proud of that kid, because he knows that kid's going to grow up to be an adult who is grounded and settled and go into a healing field, like some form of, I don't think it's like, it's not like Child Protective Services, but it's going to be maybe someone that would work for an agency that works on child care and development in terms of the psychological needs and making sure they're placed. Anyway, this person's going to, the young sibling as an adult who is nowhere near adulthood yet, is going to do a wonderful job. With the young man who passed, it was just a freaky, fluky, weird thing that, anyway. The young man that passed, though, was a bright light, beautiful soul. And I hope all of you know you have perfect souls. And I love you and that perfect soul. Take care of yourselves today, and include yourself in that request and prayer for wellness, peace, strength, and healing. It is with the greatest love and gratitude. I thank you. I thank Spirit. Have a good day.